When we do an energy assessment, we will make an inventory of energy consuming devices in the home, come up with ideas where to save energy. We are going to examine the home itself for lost energy, points of infiltration. We're going to evaluate the heating and cooling system as to the efficiency, points and places where it's losing energy. Look for pointers as to whether it is actually the right size.
What's the right size?
Whether it has the right heating and cooling capacity for the home.
Yeah, okay.
Whether it's too large, too small, or is it close to being where it should be.
And if it's too large or too small, what can you do to maybe alleviate some things for them?
If it's too small, there may be issues in the home that can be corrected to cut the load, the heating load on the house, or the heat loss in the summertime so that the cooling is more effective. If it's not large enough, to some extent it may need to be replaced. If it is actually too large, there's not a whole lot you can do other than replacement with the proper size.
Okay. So if it's too small, you could do some additional things to put heat in certain places, or what?
Yeah, if the system is too small, then you need to evaluate the structure of the house and see if there are ways to improve the efficiency of the house itself. Cut infiltration, air coming into the home that you don't want coming into the home that's untreated. Exfiltration, which is air leaving the home that you've already paid to heat and cool. Sources of inadequate insulation.
That could be a huge deal.
Right
there. I mean, if you don't have enough insulation, then you're leaking all the heat right out of the roof, and you're not even aware of that.
Right.
And you don't know what the consequences of it, so how are you going to know unless it's...
Could be walls, crawl space, through the foundation, thermal bypasses in the home, which is just areas where heat can actually transfer through the building construction and be lost that way.
Let's say that I'm a person that wants to save $800 a year on my home.
In doing our energy assessment, although every home is lived in and we occupied every space, all homes are not alike. You can have homes that are tract-built homes that are basically the same as your neighbor's house, but one simple mistake during the construction can cost you all kinds of energy that was never identified.
And you never knew it when you bought the house.
And you would never know it. Would we find all of them? No, but by doing a competent energy assessment, we can determine if there are other avenues that need to be pursued to correct energy loss, to determine where things can be improved, where there might be inadequacies or mistakes made during construction. And that can happen a lot of times. Just a simple placement of a couple of framing members can greatly increase the energy loss in a home.
Okay, so let's say you have one of your men come out and do an assessment to figure out how to reduce the cost. I mean, are you guaranteeing that it's a savings of $800, or is that what an average, or what?
The savings up to $800 a year is based on a Department of Energy survey on the average energy cost wasted in residential homes at this point. And doing an energy assessment is one avenue to determine where those possible losses might be and how you can improve the home to save up to $800 or even more. I have seen homes that have used $800 in 1 month in heating, and half of that was wasted, let alone what it would amount to over the entire year. And a lot of times it's simple mistakes or simple things fall apart over time. Vibration, adhesives break down, the building opens up, and simple things just develop in the house that needs to be located.
Mm-hmm. Now, when a person comes out, are they going to give the person a report, like a written report, so they can have an idea where savings are or what's going on there?
When we come out and do our energy assessment, you will be given a complete report, an evaluation of your home. You will have it in your hands to actually hold with the results, what we found, what recommendations we would make, and ways for you to improve the energy efficiency of your home.
Butch, are there other facts that can be pointed out in an energy assessment that would be a benefit to me?
Definitely. A lot of times benefits from an energy assessment increase the comfort in the home. How the home performs overall. There's a lot of energy losses that actually have health effects on us in the home that are benefits or collateral discoveries that affect allergies, that affect excessive dust. These are all indicators, not necessarily just of energy loss, but just our indoor health.
I would think that a lot of people are simply just not aware of it. I know one lady, she had migraine headaches, and her physician didn't know anything about it. And suddenly it cleared up, and would it be possible it was because of the air conditioning or the heating system of the home or whatever?
It's very possible if somebody discovered a leak or an air bypass within the home in a crawl space or an attic with contaminated air that's being pulled in through a duct system, through a building cavity. All of these can directly affect someone's health, and they definitely will affect the energy usage.
Okay, so heating and cooling is a percentage of the electricity and energy of the home, and then there's others. Could you kind of break that down for me, that we're possibly going to save money over here and maybe money over here and money over here?
Yeah, heating and cooling takes up to 80% of the energy that you use in the home is spent on heating and cooling. After that, maybe 10 or 12% is spent on water heating. Beyond that, you're looking at lighting, entertainment, cooking. But the biggest energy wasters in the home is your heating and cooling expenses and water heating expenses.
And so the idea of an assessment is to find out where those are, if they exist, to lower and save the money.
An energy assessment will be an energy assessment is conducted to evaluate where your home is losing energy, how much of an effect is actually the heating and cooling system, how much an effect may be the water heating system that's not proper in the home. Is it the proper size? Is it not very efficient? Can you increase your lighting efficiency in the home? Are the appliances, do they need to be changed? Are they very energy efficient? All of these things added together can make a big difference in your total energy bill.